What's up, guys? So here we have the Spec Ops T.H.E pack, fully pimped out with all the pouches. This is what I've got so far, basically. And I'm loving it, is all I can say. I'm really liking it. I don't really care for the mismatch of colors, but, functionality beats aesthetics. But I did think about, aesthetics to a certain degree as well. But so, what do we have? Let's start here on the left. We've got the 4 mag pouch by Spec Ops and the 6 mag pouch by Spec Ops. Found a really good deal on these two. It was 20 euros. I offered 10 and 5 for that. And they accepted. So plus shipping, 6 euros, 21 euros in total. So really good value for money. This pouch, also pretty good pouch. Really nice pouch, actually, that I really like, by T.H.E. I don't see any labels anywhere, but I have no reason to believe that it's not, just because this is some seriously good quality material, guys. Really nice webbing, the fabric, everything. And all I did to it is add some paracord to the zippers. And the thing about this pouch that I really loved, as you can see, it has these smooth edges. And that follows the contour of the pouch and of the pack itself, So, aesthetically very pleasing. And it does use malice clips, which I'm not a super, I'm not a fan of malice clips very much, I prefer weaving the straps and then buttoning them down, simply because it creates even just the smallest bit of a gap, See if you can see it better from this side. Just ever so slightly, But in this case, it works pretty well, so I figured, what the hell, malice clips it is. And this cost me 7 euros plus 5 for the malice clips, so 12 euros in total. Pretty good value. And I really like this pouch because unzips, full clamshell opening. I've got a multi-tool, little boo-boo kit, lighter. There's a sleeve behind here that I still need to figure out what to put. Got a headlamp and some fruit bars. Just some extra items that can live on the outside, for easy access, as opposed to rummaging through the pack. So, yeah, this definitely, when I saw this pouch, and especially this neat little curve, I thought this is the perfect place for it, is up here, up top. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And as per usual, I'm able to run my 4 canteens. And I've got a Coyote USMC canteen carrier here. And let me get back to this pouch in a second. But, yeah. 2 in the lower compartment here, which is thicker, as you can see, than the top one. And the good thing is about this pouch, as you can see, it's not too bulky, so I can still access my water easily. See that? It doesn't conflict with with accessing, my water bottles. And I've got another one in here as well, which, they fit really nicely in these pouches as well. And I don't really care that these, for example, are in Coyote Brown. The thing is, I'm working with whatever I can find, guys, and especially at a good price. And I found those two from one seller, so I figured that sorts me out for, this side. And then I already purchased, I had this pouch prior to purchasing the pack, so I figured, what, UCP, Spec Ops, it's made for this spot right here. Bam. And this pouch, man, oh my god. Thing is, this is a make-do pouch for the time being, because I initially located the same, 6 mag pouch in UCP, purchased it. The seller never ended up sending it to me, so I got an automatic refund. I have contacted them, and I'm hoping that eventually they log on to that platform and answer me, and it would be nice to kind of get that pouch, because it was at a decent price. It was 25 euros shipped, so you know that went out the window. So I had to fall back on the med pouch, the medic, or the first aid pouch by Spec Ops, which is exactly like this pouch, same size, same format and everything, with the exception that the top strap here is red. That's how you can tell that it's a medic pouch, or sorry, first aid pouch. And I purchased that, and it was considerably expensive, guys. Considerably expensive. It was 25 for the pouch plus another 22 in shipping. So at first I was really hesitant. I didn't want to pay that much money, because I thought, what the hell, man? That's almost 50 euros, on a pouch. That's crazy. Especially when considering that the pack cost me 31 euros shipped. And I thought to myself, do I really want to pay that much money for a pouch? In the end, the only way I came to terms with it was, well, hell, if I don't have that pouch, it doesn't really complete the pack nicely. Take aside for a minute that, this side is all in Coyote, and this side is sort of UCP, and, it should have been, all in UCP for that matter, but, the guy never ended up, the second time around. So basically what I was saying is I came to terms with it because I thought, well, would I have paid 50 for the for the pack and 30 for the pouch? So I thought, yeah, why not? I definitely would have. So I bought it, and lo and behold, even that guy didn't come through. Basically, I got a refund again, and they've arranged, because at the moment they're overseas, and they've his girlfriend couldn't find the pouch anyway. The point is, we've arranged for a later date for the purchase, and in the meantime, I'm hoping that the other guy, guy number one, actually contacts me and says, hey, that pouch is available, yes, let's go through with it, whatever, yada yada, for 25 euros. So it would be half the price, literally, for pretty much the same pouch. And but again, that didn't happen. So I was actually looking at different pouches. Initially, I had like a little utility pouch. Where is it? Just something like this. I looked at something. I picked this up. It was cheap. And I figured I can always throw a utility pouch here and have another element of OD, so as to not to have too much Coyote Brown, just break it up a bit with some OD as well, seeing as this is a nice shade of OD. But in the end, I thought, nah, it's going to hold a Canteen anyway, so I might as well put a Canteen carrier. And I had an extra one, I purchased one recently, so I figured, what the hell, just slap it on there. And that wasn't too expensive. That was about 16, 17 euros shipped. So, yeah, that was all right, I suppose. But, yeah, what can I say, guys? I'm loving it. Oh, right, I forgot about this pouch. Of course, this pouch. There was another pouch that I was looking at, or actually, there was another pouch that I purchased. Let me see if I can locate it really quickly. Give me a second. Right, so it was this one here that I purchased from the same seller that I got this from. And this pouch was actually really expensive. It didn't even come with malice clips. I just happened to have a couple spare, so I figured I don't even need to buy an extra set of malice clips. This was 24 euros without the malice clips, and it's a pretty small pouch, but when I saw it, I was like, well, damn it, I might as well just get it now, and because it's the right size. It's exactly, also pretty much the exact size that you would need, up here. So it would fit really nicely. Plus, it's really thin, as you can see. So again, not too cumbersome, but it just adds that little extra bit of organization and, functionality, if you will. Plus, it looks cool, because why not? It's got Pals webbing, so I'm definitely going to pimp it out. I love accessorizing my packs with pouches. So let's eventually, though, I didn't settle for this because it's way too thin, as you can see. Plus, it's kind of hard to get in there. You really just about fit your hand, and you still have to fiddle around for whatever it is that you need. You can't really, access this thing and really open it. Whereas this, just like this pouch, has the full clamshell opening. This pouch, by the way, is from M-Dom USA. Neat little pouch nonetheless. I'm not regretting purchasing it. I'm still thinking this could definitely come in handy at some point for another pack or others, so I'm definitely not going to sell it for now. I bought it, so I'm going to keep it, and then should I not need it, eventually it's going to go up for sale. But for the time being, I figured whatever. I purchased these two from this one seller, and eventually only ended up using the top one. And then eventually I ran into this pouch by T.H.E. Really nice pouch. Again, as you can see, just about fits right. It has exactly 3 rows of Pals webbing, so it fits on the 3 rows of Pals webbing on the pouch. Just right, guys. And the beauty again is that it's total clamshell opening, and I just love the organization. Look at this. Got tissues, more tissues, 2 rolls of toilet paper, like microfiber towel, and I've yet to figure out what to put behind here. Oh no, actually there's there you go, like a little sealable, waterproof container of sorts, just like, waterproof container that I can just put some garbage in or whatever. And before putting the garbage in there, I would probably put it in one of these little plastic bags that I keep behind here. So this is kind of like, another utility pouch that is just really handy. And I just love the fact that, nicely organized, everything has its place. Whereas usually on my Alice packs, all of this stuff lives in my utility pouch, which, it's just your standard utility pouch that I fasten on the Alice webbing. And all of that stuff usually lives there, and, I have to rummage around in it. Whereas, like this, nicely divided, it's pretty nice like that, guys. And here in this other pouch, I figured I'd just put my power bank, my boonie hat, a spare set of socks. I've yet to figure out what else to put in there. But for the little bits and bobs, these extra pouches, make all the difference, man. I really, really like them, I have to say. I don't really mind that this is in UCP. And then there's, a jumble of different pouches, different colors. I still went for solid colors, though. I didn't want pouches of a different camouflage pattern. I didn't want to, mess with that. And, and have too many. Can't seem to be doing this zipper while I'm speaking. I didn't really want to be doing, mixing and matching camouflages. And actually, I thought to myself, how do I tie all of this together? I could go with Rit Dye Camel that I've gotten some pretty good results with. but still they were never really consistent. So this could all turn into like a dark yellow, which is not really what I want, or it could turn into a really nice dark tan, at least, you know, the white bits. The gray parts in the past have turned to a nice mossy green, which is really cool actually. So it gives a really nice kind of, you know, mixture of green and tans. But for the time being, I don't even have enough money to to purchase any more dyes or anything like that, because I think I went over budget once again, pimping the pack out with pouches. This pouch was quite expensive actually. This pouch was $30 plus 6 shipping. So believe it or not, this pouch cost me more than the whole pack, which is crazy. But that's pretty much the most that I usually pay for a pouch, is around 30 euros, including shipping. So I really pushed myself, you know, to kind of, okay, fair enough, 30 plus shipping, fair enough, I'll just take it, because it was just perfect for this spot right here. So at the end of the day, I thought, yeah, it's worth it, you know. I don't know about spending 50 euros on a pouch for that canteen though. It would look nice because obviously it would be all Spec Ops gear, you know. And should I decide to tie all this in the future with, say, an olive drab, you know, aim for maybe an olive drab would be nice too. Because all I'd have to do really is, you know, dye this with apple green and maybe like a touch of cocoa brown. Hold on a second. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Sorry for the interruption, guys. So as I was saying, I could dye this. I could dye the pouches, for example, these coyote brown pouches in apple green, and they'll turn nicely, you know, to a nice olive drab. But then again, I thought to myself, I still like the coyote brown. It still looks good. This I could dye as well with apple green, and it would turn, you know, this is a tan, not coyote brown, as you can see, but it's still a dark shade of tan. So if I, you know, use just apple green, it should work, you know, just right. Might have to, you know, mess with a little bit of chocolate brown, I think. But the thing is, these colors are all pretty nice colors, you know. I don't really feel the need to dye anything at the time, you know, at the present time at least. Especially because, as I mentioned, I don't even have the money for it right now. One thing to mention, though, is that other reviews that I watched said that their side straps, their compression straps, weren't long enough to go all the way around the pouches, so they had to basically weave the pouches on top of the strap and leave it like so. But in my case, I don't know why, but as you can see, they work just right. You know what I mean? Just enough slack. You know, the pull tab, nicely stitched, as you can see, so it just secures itself in place. And yeah, it's perfect like that. You know, both sides. I have enough slack to just enough slack to go around the pouches. Which are already by themselves super secure, so they're not going to wobble around or anything like that. But you want to add extra, you know, extra bit of security, or, you know, just tightening everything a little bit more, then the option is there. So, and it works, which is really nice. What else can I say about this pack? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, just added the sternum strap from Molly 2 hydration carrier, which was in UCP. So, you know, the buckles match nicely. The webbing is almost the same. You know, I mean, it's different shade of gray, but it's quality webbing, so that'll do. And guys, the real hero, though, the real hero is the unseen element right here. You know, behind this is the dummy plate. The dummy plate, the foam dummy plate that acts as both as support and, you know, as a frame and as extra padding. Let me just pause this quickly and show you guys. As you can see, the pack is empty. I just had a sleeping bag in there just to, fill it up. It's got this sleeve here that I'll probably use for, wallet, keys, stuff that I want out of sight, but still, readily available. And yeah, guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A dummy plate, the foam dummy plate. It works so well in there. It just works perfectly. It fits the contour of the pack perfectly. The top sleeve, there it is, in green. Top sleeve came over really nicely. And another thing that I thought about, guys, if I dye this pack, I'm inevitably gonna lose the high-vis yellow on the inside, so I don't particularly want to dye this as of right now. And initially I thought about it, and I thought, how do I tie all this together? Do I dye it? What color do I dye it? Then I thought, nah, for the time being, it's all right. It'll work. And believe it or not, anywhere outside the U.S., UCP is actually quite sought after. As it is, not dyed. So, I don't really feel the need to spend any more money than I already have on this pack for the time being. But, you never know. In the future, I might decide to experiment. Who knows? But for the time being, let me just put the sleeping bag back in for a second. And yeah, I just forgot to mention, you see the pack is standing upright by itself. That's beautiful. That's why the frame is the unseen hero, the real star of this whole setup, I have to say, because it really makes this pack a whole different beast. Carrying this guy is going to be a pleasure now, as opposed to, feeling this back just wobble around everywhere, and if you put it down, it's just going to like collapse on itself. That's terrible. Whereas like this, look at that. Ready to be filled. Keeps it nice and straight. So yeah, here it is, guys. The pack fully pimped out. What do you guys think? Is it too much once again with the pouches? I don't care. I'm definitely loving it. So, from just a basic pack, because at the end of the day, it has just the one main compartment and then these two massive pockets. But as I'm already using one for my canteens and one for just miscellaneous, larger items, then I figured, why not add these extra two? I mean, the side pouches, definitely, definitely needed those side pouches, especially because that way I'm able to run my 4 canteens, and that's my minimum requirement on a day hike. I always like to run 4 canteens. Plus, like on the top one up here, I've just got Fanta bottle. Can probably fill up with juice or something or other, something sweeter. Just have a little bit of a sweet treat once in a while, if water doesn't always quench your thirst. Then in here I have French Army pack cover, double-sided, one Coyote Brown and Olive Drab. Really love these. Bought an extra one of these just to, pair up with this pack. See if I can do this. There we go. And I figured, why not? That can live up here, have its own designated pouch. And yeah, what can I say, guys? This is it. This is ready to be taken out for a hike now. The way it's set up, it's definitely not going to be used for, like everyday kind of pack. Just because the way it's geared out now, it's definitely more best suited to, at least a day out in nature and what have you. So what can I say, guys? I hope you enjoyed this this project, this pack. What do you guys think? I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but it looks good to me. I know it's a jumble of different camouflages, or at least different colors especially, and it could potentially it could potentially feature in the future a little bit of a dye job. I don't know. I don't know. For the time being, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I quite like it as it is, so I don't feel the need to do anything to it. So, and as I mentioned, I definitely spent so much money on pouches that I figured, okay, once again, all the different pouches, even just, for example, this pouch alone cost me more than the pack, which I have to say, I have to remind myself, hey, yeah, some pouches were a little bit more expensive than others, but at the end of the day, I got a really good deal on the pack, so that's just something I have to keep in mind. And it is in excellent condition, guys. Look at that, just a little heavily used. As you can see, it's not, perfectly white. It's got stains here and there, but nothing major, nothing that, do you know what I mean? Nothing that takes away or, disrupts the camouflage. There's no brightly colored stains or anything like that. There's no rips, there's no tears, there's no holes, and that's because we're talking quality gear here, which that's the thing. It stands the test of time and the test of use and abuse. So what can I say, guys? I'm really excited about this pack. I really like this pack, I have to say. And I've definitely enjoyed pimping it out. Thing is, I always keep an eye out on pouches, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, here's a reason to finally buy them, or at least to buy whatever, And when I saw those Spec Ops pouches, I was like, perfect, because as I mentioned in the previous video, the molly system is slightly different compared to standardized molly systems out there. Spec Ops uses slightly wider, slots of pouch webbing or molly compatible pouches. So I figured go right away with with a Spec Ops gear for the Spec Ops pack, and then in the future I'll see what I can do about that spot right there. I don't know if it's worth investing 47 euros, for a pouch. That's just a bit much. But at the same time, I don't really like that. That's just a temporary solution. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you updated in case things change. But what can I say, guys? I hope you enjoyed this episode. All I can say is thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you would do differently, or whatever, the same. And yeah, see you on the next one, guys.